everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually going to be a little bit different than what my channel normally is because I'm going to be doing a chatty makeup tutorial where I show you how I've been doing my foundation routine, concentrating on people with oily skin and people with acne prone skin. I've definitely struggled with acne for so long, and oily skin is something that's sort of new to me in the past year and a half. So over that time, I feel like I've come up with a really solid foundation routine for the summertime when it's like hot outside, you're getting sweaty, and you need something that you know is going to last. If you're excited for this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to start by clipping my hair over here out of my face, and this hair I just tuck behind my ear, and that is the trick to give my face lots of room to be all done up. So as you guys can see, my biggest trouble areas are along my cheeks, sort of in this area here, and then I have a little guy right here right now, and then a little guy right here. So those are like my biggest areas that I worry about covering, but first we have to sort of prep our face. So I like to start with my Dermalogica Clear Start Breakout Clearing All Over Toner, and this is just in a spray. So basically all I do is hold it away from my face and spray all over, and this is just like, I think, like a nice first shield of protection over top of your acne before you put any sort of product on top of it. And then what I like to do is go with my Dermalogica Clear Start Oil Clearing Matte Moisturizer, and once again this just sort of helps with adding a layer of protection to my face, as well as matting out my face, whatever, before I put makeup on top of it. So I just get a little bit of that on there and moisturize away. My skin isn't super oily, but in the summer it tends to get much more oily, so I like to make sure that I take precautions towards matting out my skin in the summer more often than I do in the winter. And the last step I do before going in with actual makeup is to use my JOUER Anti-Blemish Matte Primer, and this is awesome because it has salicylic acid in it, so it helps to fight against your acne while also priming your face, so you can't really go wrong with something like this. So I just get a good amount of that into my hand, put it together, and I like to concentrate it in the areas that need the most, well, not only staying power because you want your foundation to stay there longer, but also where the acne is most. And you might even, like sometimes when I put it on, right now I'm feeling a little tingling because I sort of feel it working a little bit, which I like. So actually, in just a few days, by the time this goes up, actually, I will be back in New Jersey for a few weeks visiting my family and just spending time with friends. So I'm going to be vlogging while I'm home. Make sure that you're subscribed to my vlog channel. I'll annotate it on the screen and link it in the description below. That way you can catch up with me while I'm home in New Jersey. And I think by the time I get back to LA, I'll only have about like 1.5 more weeks left of summer videos before back to school starts. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that back to school stuff in just a second, but next I'm going to be applying my Bare Minerals Well Rested Face and Eye Brightener. So I like this because it comes with its own little brush, so you just twist the bottom and the product comes out the top, and I like to apply this underneath my eyes along my cheekbones like this. And then I just pat away with my finger until the product is all soaked in. And this just helps to brighten my under eye area because I have pretty dark circles. You can probably even see already like how that brightened up this eye, whereas this eye looks a little bit sleepier. So I just like to apply this before I put anything else on top of my face. So back to school is going to be very exciting this year. I've already started doing my back to school research on what sorts of DIYs I want to do, what sorts of study videos I want to do. The third installment of my, I'm also going to really quickly run this down my nose and along my Cupid's bow just to highlight that area. The third installment of my notebook video will definitely be coming out. I've started sort of playing around with ideas for that. My notebook video, my first one, is the most popular video ever on my channel, which is so crazy. But it has, Molly, you know, attack my feet. It has like 1.5 million views, crazy. And then my second one did really well as well. So I want to make sure that I do a third installment for you guys. So I'm starting to experiment with stuff like that. Okay, now we're actually going to start putting cover-up makeup on our face. So I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. And this stuff is amazing. It gives fantastic coverage, and it has SPF 50 in it, which is like wild. SPF 50. So it's so great for the summertime. And one of my favorite parts about it is that it has a pump. So like, you can't really go wrong with something like this. I have been utterly obsessed with this stuff recently. So I just go ahead and give about a pump and a half onto the back of my hand, and we're good to go. And I like to apply this using my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. It's dual-ended, so I use obviously the all-over side. And just so you guys know, this isn't sponsored by IT Cosmetics or anything. I've just really been loving their products. So I just dip that in there and start by concentrating on the areas that need the most coverage. I mean, look at that. Like, I basically did no work just then, and it gives amazing coverage. And I just continue all over my face in that same manner. So if you guys have any requests for back to school videos, please leave them down below in the comment section, because I'm going to be starting to plan out my back to school series more specifically very soon. So I want to make sure that I get your requests in there. I have some really cool sponsors this back to school season again, some really awesome giveaway stuff going on. So since this is my first back to school season where I'm actually not in school because I just graduated from college, I was thinking that most of the DIY stuff that I do, I'm just going to give it away. So it's basically going to be giveaways in like every single video. And I'm going to be giving away the stuff that I DIY for back to school because I don't need it. I'm not going to need supplies or, you know, anything like that because I'm not in school anymore, which is so crazy to say. But super exciting because that means that I get to give away tons of stuff to you guys. And on top of giving away the stuff that I make, I'm definitely going to be doing a big supply giveaway and some other like little giveaway stuff that I have planned. So definitely get excited for back to school season. If you're not subscribed yet, you're going to want to be. Okay, so that looks pretty good. As you can see, it gave me a really good start of coverage, and I could definitely keep building up the coverage with just this if I wanted to, but since concealer exists, we're just going to go with concealer next. So now I'm going to be going in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, and this stuff is equally as amazing as the BB cream and does a fantastic job of covering. It takes a little bit of getting used to if you're not used to working with a super thick product, which I wasn't, but once you get used to it, you're golden, and a little goes a long way with this stuff, which is super awesome. So I'm just getting a smidge of this onto my finger. As you see, it is an incredibly small amount, and I'm just going to apply that to my under eye area. I start just in a sort of patting motion, and then blend down and out, and then into my inner corner as well, because I have pretty dark in the corners. And you can see how that brightener that we applied earlier just shines right through there and really brightens up that under eye area even more. I mean, look at the difference between my eyes with under eye concealer and without. It's seriously wild. Under eye concealer is just the greatest thing to ever exist. Especially if you're like me and you don't get much sleep. So I don't mean to be droning on about back to school because I know some of you may even still be in school right now. So don't worry, there's still lots more summer videos coming up. I just last night finished planning out the rest of my summer series. So I have my schedule all planned out with what I would like to do, and it's definitely going to be awesome. And then I also use this just for any extra concealing that I have to do around my face, so blemishes or redness or anything like that. But also, just because I planned out what the rest of my summer series is going to look like does not mean that it's not subject to change. So if you guys are looking for a specific summer video from me or waiting for something in particular that I haven't done yet, please tell me. That way I can add it into my schedule. I'll either do that video along with everything else or replace one of my other videos, because obviously most important to me is making videos that you guys want to see and are super excited for. So guys, who here watches Game of Thrones? Because how wild was that finale? I'm not going to say anything just in case people don't watch or aren't caught up yet or, you know, whatever, but holy moly, that was so crazy. If you guys want to see like my full reaction, you can go to my Twitter and go to my tweets from that Sunday, because my Twitter blew up because I could not believe what I just watched. So intense. And now, by the time this video goes up, True Detective would have started, and I'm super excited to see what the new season of True Detective is going to be like. It has an awesome cast. I'm so excited for that. Okay, done with concealing. As you can see, when I'm done, I am like a giant ball of shine. It's crazy. So I definitely need to matte out my face next. So for my under eyes, I'm going in with my NYX HD Finishing Powder, and this is in Banana. So I like this for my under eye area. Oh, and I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush. I like this for my under eye area because since it is yellow, it helps to combat purple underneath my eyes. So if there's anything left shining through, that will be taken care of. And I just like to run that all over my eye area, make sure all of that is set in place. And I might as well just put it over top of my nose as well. And you can see the difference that it makes matting out that area. It makes everything look a little bit more normal and way less oily. So just repeating that on this eye as well. You can tell I really like this stuff because I hit pan on it, and I almost never hit pan on anything. So it's definitely a good buy if you're looking for a nice inexpensive banana powder. And while I'm here with this small brush, I'm going to go ahead and use this powder just to go over any areas where I use concealer, just to get some like extra specific setting power in there. I just find that it's more helpful to go over like super shiny areas with a smaller brush, because then you can get a little bit more specific with where the powder is going and make sure everything gets covered super well. And when I'm done with that, I just like to go in with my IT Cosmetics loose powder and this Wet n Wild powder brush, and I just powder all over my face. Just swirl it around there and powder. And that's technically it for my foundation, but really quickly I want to show you how I've been bronzing and blushing my face for the summertime. So I've just been using my old handy e.l.f. contour and blush palette. I use the contour color here, and my Real Techniques blush brush. I just swirl it around inside that powder, and I go ahead and apply the bronzer all over like this general cheek area here. And this is just going to help to give my face a nice bronze look for the summertime. Obviously bronzer is a must, and you want that nice like bronze glow in the summer. Just like that. And I also like to bring this under my chin area, combat any double chin action I may have going on. And I still like to add a little bit of a colored blush to my face, so I'm going to go in with my Tarte Fearless blush. It's just this really pretty bright pink color, and I'm using this Crown Brush Duo, and I'm obviously using the blush side over here, so I just like to sort of tap it in there, just get a little bit of product, not a whole lot, and then smile and apply to the apples of my cheeks, just to give a little bit of like that rosy, flushed look to my cheeks, which I really like. I sort of like it when it looks like a little bit of natural redness just shining through, so I like to cover up all my redness and then add redness where I want it. I just think it tends to make your face look a little bit more, I don't know, natural, you know, when your face has a bit of redness in it. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. So here I am with my finished makeup on now, and the very last thing I like to do is go in with my LA Girl Pro Setting HD Setting Spray and just give my face a nice spritz. And all done. And that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I definitely love doing a chatty tutorial like this where I sort of get to just hang out with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing more videos along these lines, definitely let me know. Also, don't forget to check me out on all my social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff right down there. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!